Your life isn't shaped by effort but by frequency. One version of you defends, explains, remembers pain. That self walks a certain path. Another version breathes, relaxes, allows, and walks a completely different one. Both versions may live in the same physical space, but they exist in separate realities. The version you rehearse determines what unfolds next. Everything else is just noise. Vibration is the emotional tone you linger in. If that tone is anxious or heavy, it blurs your access to the answers already waiting for you. But if it's neutral, appreciative, or curious, things shift. Solutions become visible. The right words arrive. Timing aligns. Movement feels effortless. You can observe this. Recall a painful memory and watch your body tense. Breath shortens. People seem colder. Traffic slows. But if you pause, stretch, or simply look up at the sky for a minute, the air clears. You might get a message, someone smiles, an idea emerges. Your outer world echoes your inner frequency with uncanny accuracy. Most people feel they must explain what went wrong before they can move forward. They try to justify their longing by reliving the sadness that created it. They replay the breakup, the failure, the diagnosis, believing that without the backstory, no one will understand their pain. But this habit is the lock on the prison door. Each retelling strengthens the vibration of lack. The universe doesn't interpret your meaning, simply matches your signal and answers accordingly. The solution is choosing to stop telling the old story altogether. You don't escape a room by examining the walls. You exit by seeing the door. Your deeper self, the part of you that perceives clearly, doesn't focus on limitations. It's only scanning for what's possible. It sees opportunities aligned, relationships ready, vitality returning, balance already in place. And every time you lean in that direction, you feel relief, clarity, and enthusiasm. Maybe just a flicker. That flicker is real. It's guidance. Feed it with attention and it grows. This isn't shallow positivity or forced affirmation. It's choosing not to return to thoughts that drain you. Even small thoughts carry power. Simplicity shifts energy. 10 seconds of relief repeated through the day creates momentum. Momentum reshapes your reality. Many fear that ignoring problems means avoiding responsibility. But look at nature. A wound heals not because you monitor it, but because life knows how to restore balance. Focusing on pain slows recovery through stress. The same happens in your finances, health, and relationships. When you emotionally step back, life reorganizes everything faster. You'll still respond, attend, show up, but from a calm undertone of trust. From that state, the details fall into place rapidly. Start noticing the real-time feedback loop. Imagine someone cuts you off in traffic. If you erupt in anger, tension lingers, your shoulders stay tight. But if you say safe travels and return to your music, the road opens, lights turn green, and you arrive on time. This is the physics of consciousness. Your field broadcasts a frequency and reality responds in kind. Understanding this dissolves the need to repeat old emotional scripts. One of the most common forms of resistance is the phrase, "I don't know what I want." But that's rarely true. Beneath confusion is always clarity. You want to feel loved, free, creative, seen, alive. The mind argues about details, but your essence knows the feeling. Begin there. I enjoy feeling cherished. I love feeling inspired. These are clear signals. Hold them long enough, and the universe answers with a perfect match, often from directions you couldn't have imagined. Let life pick the path. Your only task is to keep the signal pure. Work is where this scares people most. We're conditioned to tie value to struggle. But look closer. Your best ideas come when you step away. Negotiations improve after sleep. Random conversations bring the solutions you were trying to force. Action taken from tension amplifies tension. Action from ease multiplies ease. You still write, teach, design, but the energy precedes the effort. That's why two people can do the same task and receive totally different outcomes. The world reflects their emotional signature, not their checklist. If you declare you hate your job, you surround yourself with an invisible cloud that blocks new opportunities. That fog is self-created. Start dismantling it by focusing on anything you don't hate. Maybe the smell of coffee, a skill you're learning, or even a quiet moment. Focus there. Appreciation shifts frequency. When it does, the job changes or a new door appears. Vibration does the work, not force. Many ask how to control obsessive thoughts. The answer isn't tighter control, but redirection. When you catch the loop, pause. Choose one neutral thing in your environment. A sound, a texture, a plant. Feel the air. Count your breaths. This gentle attention resets your vibration. Do it often. Presence becomes your new habit. Another fear is that emotional detachment will make you passive. But when resistance falls, clarity rises. You feel nudged to text someone, take a different road, or reopen a book. Follow that. These nudges are precise signals from your higher awareness. They look random but are part of a perfect bridge from where you are to where you're going. Life is efficient. It won't demand struggle if one small move can shift everything. Each morning before you even get out of bed, pick a sentence that feels good. Today I choose clarity. Today I move lightly. Carry it with you like a silent melody. If something knocks you off balance, return to that phrase. Let it tune your energy back into alignment. Don't argue with the moment. Don't defend your limitations. Don't rehearse your past. Let every disruption be a reminder to center again. At night, recall moments when ease broke through. Let those moments guide you to sleep. Within a week, you'll notice more synchronicities. In a month, patterns will begin to dissolve. In a year, you'll barely recognize the version of yourself that thought struggle was necessary for change. You don't need to become a monk. You don't need to meditate for hours or chant mantras every morning unless those things bring you genuine relief. Spiritual tools only serve if they shift your frequency upward. If they feel like obligations, let them go. Anything that softens your tension is valid. Joy is not a luxury. It is the steering mechanism of creation. Look at how children manifest. They say, "I want ice cream." Then forget about it and start playing. Moments later, an adult hands them exactly what they asked for. No strategy, no stress, just desire, lightness, and trust. That instinct is still inside you. Adulthood covered it with analysis and worry, but the core remains untouched. Strip away the mental noise and trust the same life force that turned seeds into forests and embryos into poets. It will also turn your preferences into experiences if you stop interfering. Sometimes when you start to feel better, you panic, afraid it won't last. That fear is just an echo from the past. Smile at it, then shift. You can't lose what you've gained. Raised vibration leaves a trace. Even if you dip, the higher baseline remains available the moment you breathe and remember. Others may doubt your path. That's irrelevant. They only see outer results, never the frequency behind them. When your life blooms, they'll call it luck. Accept the compliment. You're not here to convince anyone. You're here to align. If you long for connection, focus on the feeling of sharing, not the ache of missing. Picture 2 coffee mugs, shared laughter, a glance across a room. Let that feeling expand. Don't treat dating like a search and rescue operation. Don't scroll social media looking for signs of emptiness. Protect your energy like a seedling. Let it root. When it does, encounters happen by surprise. Past connections reappear. Chemistry sparks where you weren't even looking. What seems like chance is actually precision. Health works the same way. Your cells respond to the emotional field you emit. Gratitude for any part that's working. Your breath, your heartbeat, your ability to move, sends clear signals of harmony. Worry sends confusion. Start where something feels steady and let your body's natural intelligence take over. Money follows the same law. Thoughts of scarcity tighten your channels. Appreciation opens them. Feel the value in paying a bill. Means flow is moving through you. Notice small signs, a coin on the ground, an unexpected discount, a free coffee. These are confirmations that abundance is circulating. Celebrate them quietly. And remember, contrast isn't failure. Clarifies your preferences. Use discomfort as a launch pad for clarity. Then let the moment go. Even unsettling world events can refine your vision. Let them guide you toward what you want to see. cooperation, healing, justice. Hold that vision. Your inner broadcast contributes to collective change more powerfully than any argument. The more you live like this, the more you realize struggle was never required. Life was always ready. It was just waiting for your energy to align with what you asked for. And when that happens, results arrive faster than logic expects. Calls come before you finish a thought. Answers land where you weren't even looking. Your energy becomes the writer, the director, the casting agent. Effort turns into joyful response. Let today be simpler. Drop the story about what's missing. Drop the need to fix yesterday. Focus only on this moment and choose the most relieving perspective available. Maybe it's the hum of the fridge, the softness of your shirt, the fact that you're still breathing. Stay with that just long enough to feel your shoulders relax. In that space, the next sign appears. Take one step and the next one lights up. Before long, you realize you've crossed a canyon without even trying. You didn't build the bridge. Your frequency summoned it. That's how life was always meant to feel. Fluid, supportive, and abundantly kind. And it all begins when you understand you don't have to do anything extraordinary. You only need to tune in, breathe, and allow. Life is already moving. It's setting pieces in motion, aligning people, synchronizing timing, shifting reality to match your frequency. From this moment on, treat each day as a space to choose your emotional tone first and let action follow second. Wake slowly. Notice your breath. Pick one calming thought and let it carry you through the day. Tension creeps in, pause. Feel your pulse. Return to the knowing that ease brings clarity. Then move forward again. Track the signs gently. The email that solves itself, the traffic that clears, the friend who calls right when you thought of them. Each one proves projection shapes reality. Your job is not to force outcomes. It's to stay receptive long enough for the invisible currents to crystallize. So keep doing less in the realm of control and more in the realm of enjoyment. Keep noticing the smallest moments of relief and give them your attention. Let ideas come naturally and act only when they feel light. With time, you'll see that success, love, health, and money flow more easily than you believed. And eventually, the life you once longed for becomes your new normal. That point, your commitment deepens. You begin to tend your vibration like a garden, trusting that every bloom follows your care.